everyone, welcome back to the Lord of the Rings Online. This is Gnarlo here. Say hello to everyone, Gnarlo. Good boy. We left off here at Adso Haybank's camp. We were going to be heading out to do some of the deeds that, some of the quests here that Adso and the people in his camp here, where he is trying to build a new inn and kind of a halfway point between the Shire and Bree. They're being harassed by bandits and brigands. So we're going to try and complete some of the quests that they've been having for us. Let me just turn on my light as it is still nighttime. Let me see what time it actually is. The late watches. So we may or may not see the sunrise before we're done here. For some reason it seems like to be the late watches every single time I log in here lately. Alright. First, we're going to head over here and see if we can find Dirk Hawthorne. He is supposedly behind these walls, behind the ruins. Over here to the east of the camp. If I remember right, he'll be over here, and there'll be a few brigands with him as well. So, let's keep our eyes out. In fact, I think we may just go ahead and go into sneak mode. See if we can find Dirk and his party. I know there's a special event going on right now, the treasure hunt. I've been busy either at work or hanging out with my wife in town, so I have not had a chance to actually go to it and find out what it's all about right now. But hopefully I'll get a chance before it's over. I think it's only this weekend. I think it was just Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But it's one of those things, or if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, well, it'll always come back around again. Okay, what we got here? Southern robbers, Southern Harridan. Alright, those don't look like the people we're after. After a named person. So is he moving around? Southern brigands. There are some more walls over here. See over there. I see a fire. That's always a sign. Yep, there we go. Dirk Hawthorne. And some of Adso's goods as well that we're after. Alright. Wonder if we can take Dirk without too many things jumping in on us. Look around, make sure nothing's walking up here. Alright, I think we're okay there. Uh-oh. See, that's why you want to have your timing. He just had two more come walking up on him. Let's let them walk off. And then we will take on Dirk. I think the first thing I'll do is puzzle one of the people. Yeah, you see, he's had a third one come walking up, so you have to be careful there. Always want to be sure that any of the wanderers that come up aren't going to add in on the fight. So let's give them just a moment or two to wander off in another direction. So we won't get the element of surprise on Dirk, but we will go ahead and puzzle that guy, get him out of the fight. Well, riddle him and get him out of the fight here, and that should draw Dirk. Alright. Yep, it did. So now we can take him on. Fight him already. There you go. One problem with tab targeting. Sometimes it can be a little bit rough getting the right person on the right target. Alright, let's get some food in us. A healing potion in us, because I think we're getting attacked from somewhere else at the moment. Alright, Dirk is down. Dirk is down. Alright. Slow him. Yep, we're definitely getting an attacker with some arrows, so let's see if we can get on out of here. Oh, there we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and revive. We can get on out of here. Whoops. We'll be clear in just a moment. That was a case of me forgetting that I'm not on my guardian. I have to I have to think about these things a little bit better. We've lost our boots this time too. Alright, so we are clear. Alright, so back to Adso's we go. We have finished taking out Dirk, however. So that will work out nicely. Unfortunately, before we took him on, we didn't look behind us again to make sure something wasn't walking up, and apparently we had an ad behind us, an archer. If it had just been those two, we could have easily handled them, but taking on that second archer, along with the guy that was with Dirk, that just didn't work out very well. Alright. Wonder... we can collect some of the goods. Will we be able to get up here and collect some of those goods barrels? Goods crates right quick. Yep. I guarantee you that was the guy that came walking up behind us. And see, Dirk has already respawned, so I don't think we're going to be able to get that set of crates. But there's plenty more. Cut this off. There. Back to Adso's camp. We'll let him know that we've defeated Dirk. And then we'll go out and see if we can kill some more brigands and all out in the fields. Alright, we're back to Adso now. Let's let him know. Threats and follow through.
Hello?
With Dirk Hawthorne gone, I wonder if we can give Bill Fernie a bit of his own medicine. Alright.
Is there something I can do for you?
I'm worried that my workers will grow ill without proper meals, and the only way to have proper meals is by eating one's vegetables. Please hurry and get my produce back before it spoils, or worse, is eaten by those foul brigands. Alright, he doesn't have anything else for us at the moment. So let's go kill some brigands and see if we can't collect some of his stolen goods. And in the process, we can collect the tools and the coin purses, because they should drop off to people as well. But I'm forgetting about repairing, so let me go back here and repair. So we've got a broken tool, which we're not going to worry about because I've created one. I had my guardian, who is my metal worker.
Why are you bothering me?
So we're going to go right here to repair. I said we won't worry about repairing the forester's axe because my metal worker actually has one that he needs to mail to him. But we will go ahead and repair the shoes, and it's still pretty cheap at this level. Only 2 silver and 77, so let's go ahead and repair it. Get that off the screen. Very good. And I think we can get the other off if we just remove this. There. Now we won't have to stare at that paper doll anymore. Roger Hawkling, you've got another quest for me. What is it? Matter of warmth.
And hear me out.
Winter will be upon us soon, and folk around here will need to keep warm. Those southerners keep looting the site here and taking the most important things this camp has, chief among them blankets and pelts for keeping warm. I joined Adso here because the pay was good, and hunting bear has long been my profession. Bear hides can be used for good blankets, but I can only hunt so many, and there's need of me to cure the hides. If you're willing, there are a great many bears in a hollow just north of Outlaw's Haven. Outlaw's Haven is west and north of Adso's camp. Give me some hides and I will make it worth your while. Alright, so we'll collect some bear pelts while we're out here collecting everything else. wonder if we can take on any bears. It have to be the ones up there in the Bear Hollow. We'll find out here in a second. See, bear pelt, so we can take on any of the bears out here and we'll be able to get the pelts. So we're going to be collecting pelts, we're going to be collecting boar heads, we're going to be killing brigands and collecting everything we can get off them. So I'm going to get busy doing that and we'll talk to you after the slaughtering is done. As you saw there, I had to turn down a kinship request. It's one of those eternal questions between, I guess, us old school gamers and the new school gamers of why would you just throw out, you know, a random blind kinship request like that? I know there's a setting in the user interface and options to turn those off, and I'll go in and set it in here in a little while. So you won't see any more come through. I mean, in all seriousness, are you really wanting to have the kind of people in your kinship, number one, who would just join a blind request without knowing anything about it? Number two, why would I want to join a kinship without knowing anything about them? Just, I don't know, it's just the kind of thing that just has never made sense to me. I suppose maybe it comes from, you know, being in the generation where, you know, hopping in and out of games and, you know, joining, you know, just parties and groups for games like Call of Duty and that kind of stuff is just a matter of course. But, you know, I'm kind of more of an old school gamer, and back then you joined up groups that kind of have the same philosophy you did, you know, the same kind of approach to the game. So I don't know, those kind of requests, they just puzzle me. About as puzzling as people asking to, you know, wanting you to join their group without saying a word to you, just throwing a group request your way, or just throwing a dueling request your way. It's like, you know, you can at least say hello first. Anyway, that's my rant for the day, so back to the slaughter. Alright, and there's the first of our goods, the first of our workers' tools, so it's good to know we can collect the goods off of the bandits too while we're killing them. We don't have to necessarily go over there and collect those barrels and crates. So let's see how much more we can gather while we're taking these folks out. Alright, the last few bears I've killed have not had any furs on them, so any pelts. So I think maybe I've wandered a little too far afield. Maybe you do have to be at least in the general vicinity of where he was sending us. So we'll move a little closer over there to where the bears were supposed to be. We've gotten almost all the boar heads we need, though. Alright, we've got all the workers' tools. Still looking for more purses and more of Adso's goods. Let's go see if we can get some more bear pelts while we're at it as well. It's very short work of them whenever my strike down here, the burglar's advantage, goes off. It's part of the problem is I hadn't been on my burglar in a while, so I think if I had remembered exactly how to play him, I would have had an easier time with Dirk over there, but that is one of the disadvantages of swapping in and out of alts all the time. Okay, we're down to our last boar head. But yep, swapping in and out of alts all the time. Get the situations where sometimes if you haven't been on one for about a week, you forget exactly how it plays. You start playing it like one of your others. Next thing you know, I think I'm on my hunter, and I'll try starting to use my non-existent bow here. Alright. We need some more bear pelts. So right over there, I believe, is the bear area that he was speaking of. So let's get a little closer over there and see what we can find. And there we go, bear pelts. So we're definitely headed in the right direction now. So as long as we're closer over here to the hollow, we should do okay. Much better, much better. Alright, let's get down in here. should see there's a lot of bears around in this area. The Shire ruins. And as I said, down in this area you'll see no shortage of bears to hunt. Alright, we have collected the bear pelts now. Let's see what's in this backpack. Might as well grab it while we're here. Easy pickings. Okay. Pretty nice little treasure there. Nice little loot bag. Alright, back to the brigands. We need to collect more goods, and we need to collect one more coin purse, so let's see if we can't get them off of them while we're at it. Okay, we've got all the coin purses. Now we're just looking for the rest of his goods. Just a little worried on that one if we were going to be too close to the others to pull them, but fortunately not. Alright. Let's see, we got some hiding in the field here, and we do. Had to get one parting stun in on me, didn't they? Alright, one last bit of goods to collect. It shouldn't be too hard to get. Hopefully this one will drop it. And there they are. So back to Adso's now. and give him and his companions the good news that we have collected all their supplies that they were needing to make it through the upcoming winter. Hello, Roger, I'm back.
What is this world coming to?
Excellent quality. Once I cure these and prepare them, they will make adequate blankets. We will find warmth this winter after all. Alright, I think we may be dinging up to level 19 here just very shortly as well.
This is intolerable.
Ah, very fine job, to say the least. Oops, okay. Cooking, minor tailoring. Jeez. Let's go with the minor cooking. Neither one really apply to us. There we are, level 19. Very good. Well, you've got more for us, Roger.
Be ignored.
Wolf pelts, of course. Send us out on wolf pelts now. You there, we've a wolf problem and needs addressing. Some time ago, Adso bought a fine, fat milk cow out of Buckland, but filthy wolves out of the old forest stole it, slaughtered it, and dragged it off. Hunt down the foul wolves in the northern part of the old forest. Bring me pelts as evidence of your work. I won't take any old shabby pelt, mind you, only accept the largest and most lustrous. So he's going to be sending us right over there into the northern part of the old forest to go hunt down some wolf pelts. Alright, Graham. You got a quest for us as well. Searching for fresh springs.
I do not ask much of you.
We've been working quite hard on this building for some time now, and it's thirsty work, but it seems that our water supply is running low. One of our hunters came across a spring in the northern parts of the old forest where the water is particularly sweet and refreshing. A strange thing to find in such a wretched, gloomy wood. Go southwest into the old forest and stay in the north woods. The spring is a beautiful place, hard to miss in that dismal forest. I would appreciate it if you could fetch that water for me as soon as possible. I would hate to run out before you return. The forest is getting dangerous, I hear, so you'll want to be careful. Alright. So it looks like they're pushing us toward the old forest now, which is pretty appropriate for our level. I always loved the old forest in the past. Unfortunately, well, fortunately or unfortunately, now they have a map that you can actually, once you get in there, there's a map of the whole forest down here showing the paths and all the dead ends and all, but I don't think I'll be using that. I like trying to find my way around and see if after a couple years I can remember my way around.
How can I be of service?
Look at that, you got them all back. I will be sure to see that these are given back to their rightful owners. I must say, perhaps Adso is right to put his faith in you. Alright. And he's got another one for us. What do you think it's going to be into the old forest?
Would you do something for me?
Nails are running low. Yes, the brigands even took our nails. Can you imagine? Thieves of a different sort than I have ever seen. We needn't fret over the nails, though, and with the cost of iron where it is, I have reasoned a better solution to the problem with building Adso's inn. The only problem is that the solution lay to the south within the old forest. Called that one, didn't we? In the shadow of the giant trees, there you'll find roots, massive tendrils poking from the earth with the strength of the ages. If we can get tough vines from these roots, we can craft strappings to tie our crossbeams together and save the remaining nails for everything else that we need to build. What say you? Do you have the heart to face that dark and gloomy place to collect up some strapping from those roots? What say you? So say we all. Sure, we'll take it on. Now let's go talk to Adso and let him know that we've got his produce for him. Are you going to send us into the old forest as well? You did it! Look at these onions, still green and fresh. My workers as well are indebted to you now. I haven't much more to give, but you have earned this much at least. Thank you, Gnarlo.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Look, friend, I have one more favor to ask of you, and it's a terrible thing, too, that fills me with shame to talk about. You know that Bill Fernie I had you pay off before? Well, he sent me a message telling me that his henchman, Brunmore, would be after me. He went so far to tell me that the knave is west and north at some place called the Outlaw's Haven. It seems all his big talk is backed by this fellow, and if he is to come here, this scant crew will be useless. But you've proven yourself over and again. If you can drive off this Brunmore, maybe I can get out of this mess. Get rid of him for me, and I swear it's the last thing I'll ask of you, and I'll pay you well, too. Apparently the Outlaw's Haven is west of my camp and a little ways north, with watch posts and a fenced encampment on a hill. So we've got to go up there and defeat Brunmore. And we'll take that on too. At least you're not sending us into the old forest. Alrighty, so I think that's enough for today. It's been kind of a combat mission today. Not too much heavy questing going on other than fulfilling the ones that they had already given us before. So we're going to call it an end there. Maybe a little bit later I'll wander over to the treasure field, see what's going on over in that area. So hope y'all have had a good one. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. And y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we will see you then. Bye-bye.